Yesterday I was introduced to a poem that I thought really held in its words what I was feeling, what a lot of people were feeling. And so I'm going to read that poem right now. It's called We Lived Happily During the War by Ilya Kamnisky. We lived happily during the war. And when they bombed other people's houses, we protested, but not enough. We opposed them, but not enough. I was in my bed. Around my bed, America was falling. Invisible house by invisible house by invisible house. I took a chair outside and watched the sun. In the 6th month of a disastrous reign, in the house of money, in the street of money, in the city of money, in the country of money, our great country of money, we, forgive us, lived happily during the war. The reason I think this is important is because I think a lot of people relate to the feeling of it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. And if we are living, we're guilty. We're guilty of something for living our lives when so many other people can't, when everything is falling apart around us and we're not given the chance to breathe. And many people are not given the chance to breathe at all, and some of us can take a step back and try and take that breath. So forgive us, please forgive us for living happily during the war. But I also think that that can be a really unhealthy thought process. So I wrote a poem which is inspired by this poem about what I think is the other side of the coin. And that other side of the coin is why we need to take a step back. So this one is called Forgive Us by me, Nikki. Forgive us. We are only human and cannot carry the weight that Atlas can. Forgive us. We are tired and cannot work without rest. Forgive us. We are weary because the world's problems are our own. Forgive us as we move forward, because even as the world ends, we have to keep living. You cannot serve bread from an empty basket, because even the starving would get only a few unsatisfying crumbs. And then there'd be nothing left to eat at all. Forgive us as we find happiness in a world of war, a world of hate, of suffering, of pain, of things not all of us understand, at least not all the time. Forgive us. We are only human, and we're doing our best to survive. There's two sides to the coin of resistance, two sides to the coin of survival, and we can't stop either. We can't stop fighting, but we can't stop living. We can't stop fighting, and we can't stop living. I cut the video and jumped to another one because I rambled a lot and what I said didn't make sense. But the point of what I was trying to say is that we need to fight and we need to live. We have to fight for others. We have to fight for ourselves. We need to support others. We need to support ourselves. We need forgiveness from others, but we also need to forgive ourselves. I hope we can survive this. I hope we can make things better. I don't want to return to normal. Normal wasn't working. We need something better. And we can't forget. We can't forget what's come before us. We can't forget what people are doing now. We have to work. We all have to work. I have to work. But I also need to forgive myself when I take a step back, as long as I jump back into the fray again. We'll be okay. At least, I hope we'll be okay. Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. So thanks for listening, both to my reading of Ilya Kaminsky's We Were Happy During the War. I think when we were happy during the war. We lived happily during the war. I'm so sorry. We lived happily during the war. And thank you for listening to my original poem, Forgive Us. So please let me know if you want to talk, if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to point you in the right direction of resources if I don't know the answer. Because I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself and my experience and my research. But even my research doesn't tell me the experience of others. It just shares stories and statistics. So all I know is me. But I'm here for you. And I'm here to talk if you want to. Thank you.